Welcome to Inspired Caregiver with me, Michelle Magner. This is the podcast where people who are helping out their older family members come for information, tips, and inspiration on how to make their journey easier. Enjoy this episode of Inspired Caregiver. Welcome. I am so glad that you're here. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to do a deep dive into my core values. I found myself crying every day and having a visceral reaction to the thoughts that were going on in my mind. Like literally, I would be just vibrating practically, just shaking and crying frequently. It's important to point out that it really wasn't the circumstances in my life that was causing me to feel and act that way. It was the thoughts about the circumstances that just had me reeling. We'll have more follow-up on that at a future podcast episode. But I just wanted to share with you about my core value work that I did. So with my deep dive, I began to have a much better understanding of how my core values influence my thoughts, which impact how I'm showing up every day in my life. Your brain is processing 1 million bits of information every second and producing 60,000 thoughts a day. So it is no wonder that there are days when we just feel absolutely worn out. This core value work was incredibly powerful for me. It allowed me to start interacting with people on a different level because I became less reactive. So it really helped my communication, my relationships, and honestly, how I love myself as well. So I want you to go online and just pull up a list of values. Just do a search for values and go through your list and identify words from the list that resonate with you. For some of them, when you see the word, you may actually even notice a feeling or vibration in your body. And that is definitely a signal that you are on the right track. So from the list that you've pulled up online, go ahead and narrow down a new list and try and get it down to just 3 or 5 values that are real standouts for you. And you'll know you have your list of top values, your core values, when you compare them to situations in your life. So what you will notice is that this word really, you identify with this word and it holds true for you if you're having one of those beautiful days, the days when everything feels right in the world, things feel in alignment, you're happy and satisfied, you feel fulfilled, peaceful, and calm. I hope you are having days like that in your life. And then there are other days when, or even sometime within the same day, when things feel really screwed up. You're angry, upset, crying, you feel unnerved. Everything just sort of feels out of whack. And much of the time when we're really upset over something, there's actually usually something deeper going on. So for example, you don't really give a shit that someone cut you off in traffic or that they didn't take out the trash like they said they would. That's not the root cause of your frustration. It's that core value that you're feeling disrespected. So it's that value of respect that is feeling attacked. For me, my 3 core values are integrity, connection, having a feeling of connection with people, and faith. So my faith in the world, that things are going to be okay. I have hope. My faith in God, the universe, energy, my connection with people, my feeling like we understand each other, we are who we say we are, and we know each other on a deeper level, and integrity, just honesty, feeling honest and like I can trust you and you really do know me and who I am and I know you and who you are. Some people may say that family is a value, and I just, again, want you to dig a little deeper. Family is definitely valuable to value your family, and it's a priority, but there are undercurrents that are remaining true within that umbrella of family. So once you've identified your core values, the next step is to recognize when they're in play. So if you are having one of those magnificent days when everything feels just right, take the time to honor and celebrate that alignment. Like, take a deep breath and think to yourself, I love my life. This feels good. We want to practice having those feelings of feeling in alignment. This is important because we do spend a lot more time thinking about whatever problem we're trying to solve or what horrible thing is going to come up next that we need to be on the lookout for, because we have these 2 million-year-old lizard brains that won't let us off the hook much of the time, and they continue to keep us on high alert. So at some point, you are going to find yourself in a situation where your thoughts are going to go to the dark side. You know, we're all human. Our lives are 50-50, good and bad. So whether it is from some circumstance that is playing out in your life, maybe it's someone just standing in front of you that said something that felt really upsetting, or your brain has just had enough time to wander on over to the dark side. These are the opportunities to start thinking about those core values, to bring those back up to top of mind. Your brain is trying to keep you alive. That's the bottom line. And it's done a good job thus far, because here you are. But I know that there are opportunities to have better communication and interactions with the people in your life that you love. So our brain, again, is programmed to seek out issues and problems. And this is partially why we struggle with stress, because we are constantly overstimulated with situations and information that our brains are trying to process to identify if we're under attack or not. So as you are thinking thoughts, this is your opportunity to get to work on this core value thing. You've identified your 3 core values. You're in a situation right now where you are feeling triggered. And I want you to take a deep breath and identify which of the core values feels under attack. Maybe you're like super, super pissed, and it feels like more than one is under attack. So take a deep breath, check in with yourself. Don't react. Don't respond. Be curious. This is going to have to happen in a pretty quick time frame if you have someone standing in front of you, and you will definitely get better at this as you practice it. So maybe someone actually needs a response from you or needs your help doing something. So if you can say to them, I just need a second to think, then that will help buy a little bit of time. So this is what I want you to do. You've already identified the values. I want you to check in and figure out which one of them feels under attack. And then this is the big one. I want you to tell yourself, I am okay. I am not in danger. So I want you to just freeze and recognize that it is your value that is feeling attacked. It is not you. This is a moment of mindfulness. It is allowing you to choose the thought that you want to have and how you want to respond. Maybe it's a chance to just soften and say, I love you, or okay. If you're in a work setting, maybe you're responding with, I'll work on it, or thank you for bringing it to my attention. Or if it is that person who just cut you off in traffic, this mindfulness, this little space is allowing you to choose the thought that has nothing to do with me. They don't know you. They don't know who you are. They don't know how amazing you are and all the wonderful things you do. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them. So now it's really important to remember, it's not what's playing out in front of you that is causing you to feel and act a certain way. It is your thoughts about it that is giving you that feeling, for good or bad, right? Even in those great days of awesome flow, it's how you're thinking about it that's giving you those great, yummy feelings. We're going to talk more about that in the future. So that's my invitation to you, is just check in, identify which value feels under attack, remind yourself that you are safe, you are not in danger. Freeze and just recognize that it's your value that's being attacked, not you. And that is your space, your little moment of mindfulness where you get to choose your next thought and how you want to respond. Now, if this is just your brain going to the dark side, it's a reminder to you that you are not your thoughts. You're having so many thoughts throughout the day. You're processing so much information. You actually are empowered to choose your thoughts. I hope that this core value work helps you as much as it helped me. It really has revolutionized how I'm interacting with people, my relationships. I'm not going to tell you that I don't get fired up sometimes because, yeah, I'm human and that's how it works. But it really has drastically improved my life being able to do this work. So, in case you haven't heard it today, I value you. I really care about you. You are enough because of the simple fact that you are here. You're doing great. Keep it up and take care of yourself. I love you. Have a wonderful day.